on 44 shit. You know what I mean? Busy man, busy man. Look, when that shit drop, you step all the way on their neck, step on their neck and their head with that shit.
Fine then, I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They don't know how I fed it, nice, but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride, but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. They mad, up to solid, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. No, they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rank for real. I got real soldiers, kill folk, and nigga, watch yourself. They say you been in beast mode lately, you is not. When you dropping that fire, inquiry, now I conspire online, no hiring. This bitch here, finna break the spin on kindness. I don't trust you, circle small. You can keep your features. Me and my niggas don't keep no secrets. And it feel like Jeepers Creepers. Say they want some smoke, dog. So I wrote these chimney streets. Coming like we coming, you can't even count. These niggas don't run it like we running, bitch. Don't even start. Bitch, I'm with my niggas till the end, till them do us part. If you wanna leave, you can leave, bitch. Bless your heart, fine then. I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They don't know how I fed. He nice, but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride, but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. Oh, I got a man, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. I heard they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rape for real. Take over in effect, yeah, I'm fully focused. You might not see it on me, just know it's women, that bitch fully loaded. Ooh, yeah, we up and rolling. Told them I need major motion. Think I'm joking, I'ma school them niggas like they baby Jody. Got it out the dust, now I'm too clean, don't know why they hate me. What you want out life, dog? Guns and butter, baby boy. You PK top, dog. Certified road runner. I'ma turn that Ecoline van to a damn tank. I got chopper stash in the attic like they in Frank. They had that shit on lock till I snapped on them like bolt cutters. You cannot play both sides, gotta choose your colors. See him throw that one up with that W, that's my blood, bro. Fine in. I ain't show no mercy, I'm gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the dust, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel. He nice, but he don't show the skills, how I show the skills. He ride, but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. Ooh, I got a man, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. Said they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rape for real.
Hey, I don't give a love to fuck about what them bitches gotta say. I'm a woman with a nigga till they put me in the grave. I don't give a love to fuck about what them niggas gotta say. I'm a woman with a nigga till they put me in the grave. I don't care about what they say. Hey. Fuck with my Akima, fuck with my sister, then I got a problem, I'm never gonna miss you. I got 100 hanging out the AR, I got a 50 hanging out the pistol. He say it's corner, I'm just being realistic. I be on them corner posted with the realest. If it's the Sabbath, then we going fishing. I'm reeling them in, that's a God-given mission. I'm really on 10, but I'm stamped in the pistol. I get the order, be glad at this mission. Hebrew Academy graduate, nigga, training, go through the baddest conditions. I'm fuck with none but the baddest of bitches. She righteous, submissive, she glad to be with me. Had that thing Putin like Vladimir, niggas, she know I'm a prophet, she got to be listening. Disrespect, I ain't having that shit, tell her go make some business from scratch. She bitchin' a different breed of black men. We don't do the back bend. I remember back when I was really trapping, trying to get the racks in, selling dope to black men. But now I'm trying to make it straight. Like, don't forget about my face. We sticking up straight, can't fold us. Too heavy, the world won't hold us. Don't get you some rank, I told you. Line up in these ranks, we sold you. You can take that to the bank, we focus on. How many times must we remind you? One body, one way, some ranks, but never take up as a place. When the law with your ain't no up next, it's just us, nigga, that's that on that. All that weak shit, that ain't no threat. Say you won't beat, bitch, with that ain't no sweat. We with all that. The Lord called a nigga out the world. I responded and called back. Oh Lord. And everything that they stole from us, fuck that shit. We want all that. Them niggas snitching and they act like bitches. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They killing women and they fuck with sisters. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride till they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. Come on the command and general, your honor, we unaffiliated with them. Like they tongue and they say they keep that shit 100, we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine, that's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. That's why we unaffiliated with them. I cannot fuck around with fake niggas. We taking ground when we in your city. You better have the women, have the liquor. Keep that bitch on me, please don't butt the system. Don't be a fool and be another victim. Say you a goon, you just another Christian. How you my brother, you ain't in the wicked. We in the gutter, deep down in the trenches. We with them niggas locked up in the prison. Fucking Hispanic, Native American, Indian, we ain't just talking shit. But we living in it, we be everywhere, you can't miss it. And we be precious hell, take a picture. And we special now with the scrippers. Play, we gon' script them, yeah, we some killers. These niggas tripping, they mind blown. Well, business, forgive me if I'm wrong. I don't get it pause when niggas say that they be looking for niggas to slide on. The slide that I know about is when I send with the gun with the slide. For real, I get the order, you know that it's slaughter. See me and my niggas gon' die. Kill. The bigger the better for kingdom of heaven. You niggas get wet up by me cause I'm fed up. I rep UPK. My niggas won't let up. Got choppers, got nines, AKs, Berettas. You say you don't like me, you say you won't fight with me and my nigga like bitch or whatever. You say you don't like me, you say you won't fight with me and my nigga like them niggas snitching and they act like bitches. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They killing women and they fuck with sisters. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. Come on the command and general, your honor, we unaffiliated with them. Like they talk and they say they keep that shit 100, we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. Yeah. See, they always ask us like, why y'all don't fuck with such and such? Why y'all won't come together with such and such? I be like, we unaffiliated with them. Understand me? Like, niggas be out here on some weirdo shit. And to be honest, that's why we unaffiliated with them. Hey. That's why we unaffiliated with them. Yeah. Oh. See, in the hell, I gotta stay alive. Lord have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed the old man, niggas lay you down, they all down the ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. Tell me we don't live. Myself, what happened if I die? Look my babies in the eyes, I got to stay alive. I put my ego on the shelf and my pride to the side. I'm with some niggas who gon' step and got God on their side in the ISUPK. They keep asking me why. As I do the work of the Lord, I gotta stay alive. Face the east, pray alive. I seen heaven turn to hell, I gotta stay alive. Lord have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed the old man and I watched him die. Those niggas guess he wasn't around. Hey, my niggas lay you down, they all down the ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. And stay alive. Gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive.
You ever pump a pack to by your side? See a man reach out to God before he died? Yes, I did. I know the Lord forgive us for these sins, but I'm starting to think the kingdom of heaven is for these kids. I told my there's one man in your bed. For that, for my side. Yeah, I was stuck in with Lucky, and that nigga left me for dead. Do it to the end, cause I listened to what was said. Mother told me she loved me when she was sick up in the bed. I was running them streets, but the truth made me a man. She don't really speak, cause she'll never understand. That's why I ain't even tell her about these voices in my head. I'm still trying to manage my anger like Uncle Craig.
I seen heaven turn to hell, I gotta stay alive. Lord have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed the old man and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess he wasn't my round. They play my niggas, lay you down, they all down the ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive.
Shalom, Israel. Shalom, Israel. This is Officer Natazayab Amath out of the ISUPK under Commanding General Yohana, 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Tonight, I'll be holding down the class for ISUPK Mexico, scripture breakdown class. You understand? All right. So we're going to get straight into it. The title of tonight's class is A Righteous Man Falls 7 Times, but he gets up 8. You understand? I mean, I think that's something that's unanimous throughout all of Israel. You know, we all fall short sometimes, right? But this ain't the goddamn Christian church. You don't get to keep, using that as an excuse to be a piece of, garbage. You understand? You don't get to use that as an excuse to remain in your weakness, to remain sinful. That's not what this is. If you're truly a righteous man, you're gonna turn from that sin. You're gonna put yourself, apart. You're gonna set yourself apart from that wickedness. You understand? And that's what it means to be a righteous man. So it's okay to fall sometimes. We're all gonna fall. Right? We all going to stumble sometimes. That's the journey that we are on. We are seeking perfection. Christ says to be perfect, and our goal is to, replicate what he's done on this earth. What he's done is to bring the law, statutes, and commandments in perfection, to resist the temptation of the world, of society, of the damn devil, and to continue this work of the Most High, to continue bringing about law and order, and our jobs as priests and prophets, our jobs as Israelites. If you're a so-called Black, Hispanic, or Native American man, you are an Israelite. You are of the 12 tribes of Israel, the lost tribes, so-called lost tribes. And what your job is to bring about the kingdom of heaven. That's what your job is. The kingdom of heaven comes when we all come together, all 12 tribes, and we perfect these 12 laws. I mean, these law, statutes, and commandments. That's when Christ is going to return. We got to bring about his return. How do we do that? We stop making excuses. We stop finding a reason to assimilate to the society and to the world around us. And we put in that goddamn work, man. If you're a so-called Black man, so-called Hispanic, Mexican, Puerto Rican, Guatemalan, a Salvadorian, Venezuelan, Native American, Seminole Indian, whatever you may call yourself, you're part of the 12 tribes of Israel, and you're ordered to bring about the kingdom of heaven. You're ordered to follow the law, statutes, and commandments. This is your culture. This ain't the damn white man's culture. This ain't the oppressor's culture. They stole our identity. They stole our book. They wielded it against us to enslave us with our own damn book. And because we're so stuck and so adamant in following after them and being influenced by the world, seeking out sin because they make it look so goddamn good, we've been enslaved. God gave us over to our lowest desires. God allowed the ones that were underneath us to now rule over us. La Yasharala, we're royalty, princes of the power. You understand? That's who we are, princes and princesses of the power, of the most high power. But we're in subjugation right now. Whether you're in America, in Mexico, in South America, in the UK, in the Caribbeans, it doesn't matter. You're in subjection. You don't rule those places. Those aren't your governments. You don't have armies to wield at your behest. Those people use their power to oppress you, to exploit you, to abuse you. And what's going to take us to come back up out of this hell that we live in, out of this slavery that is enforced upon us, is for us to come back to righteousness. How do you become righteous, truly righteous? You follow the law, statutes, and commandments. You do not sin. God does not love the sinner. He hates the sinner. Don't let the Christian church lie to you anymore. Don't let the Catholic priest lie to you anymore. Because all they're going to do is molest your goddamn kids. They're going to sleep with your wife behind your back. They're going to take your tithes and pay for all their lavish vacations and lifestyle. That's not what goes down in the ISUPK. In the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, we use those resources to build our people up. That's what we do here. I don't care where you're from. We've helped brothers and sisters on the Mexico border. We helped Haitians when they were stuck down there in Texas. We help the migrants that come over here, the Venezuelan, El Salvadorians, Mexican migrants that come over here. We do food and clothing drives. That's where this money goes towards. You can't tell me the ISUPK isn't the work of the Lord. We are ordained by the Most High. Commander General Yohana held on to this truth, and now we are many. And that is our weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Sisterhood is a weapon. Because of that, because we love our people, we actually are putting in the work to build our people up and bring our people back to these law, statutes, and commandments. When are you going to stop wasting goddamn time and making excuses? Stop being weak. Stop being selfish. Stop telling yourself this ain't your problem, because this is the only problem that you're going to have until you die. And then when you die, it's going to move on to the next generation. This is a generational curse. We've been cursed for the last 500 years. The so-called blacks are Judite, Levite, and Benjamin brothers and sisters. They weren't the first ones to be here enslaved. So-called Native Americans, Taino Indians. Those were the first people enslaved. This has been going on long before 1776. And just to sidetrack really quick, this 4th of July is not your Independence Day. That Constitution wasn't written for you. Stop wasting your damn money and going broke trying to keep up with the trends because you're doing it for the kids. How about you show your kids some integrity? Show them how to have integrity. Show them how to have honor. Show them how to have courage and to fight for their own people and to stand up for their culture. The Bible is a Black, Hispanic, and Native American culture. It's not the white man's culture. This isn't Christianity. With that being said, I'm going to start off in the book of Proverbs, chapter 24, verse 16. It says, "For a just man falleth 7 times." A just man, a righteous man, a man following these laws, statutes, and commandments, a man seeking the approval of his Father, the Most High, a man wanting to live. He falls sometimes. He falls short sometimes. We all mess up. It's about what you do after you mess up. It's about what integrity you have when you mess up. Are you going to let that define you? Are you going to use that excuse to run and cower away, to go get high and try to escape from your reality? That's not a just man. A just man wants justice. A just man wants righteousness to prevail. How can you do that if you're getting high all the goddamn time? How can you fight for what's right if you getting high all the time, huh? If you high out of your goddamn mind, all you thinking about is self-satisfaction, seeking the pleasures that only you want. You're pacified. You're not a threat to our enemy. You're a goddamn drug addict. Put down that goddamn blunt and fight for your people. Fight for righteousness. Be a just man. I'm going to continue. "And riseth up again." So a just man, he's going to fall 7 times, but he's going to rise up again. He's going to keep on fighting this battle. He's not going to give in. He's not going to give up. Make sure you're here to put your brick in. Come into the ISUPK, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Put your brick in. Come to class. Go to camp. Volunteer at the events, at the food drives, the coding drives. Get into the prison program. Pay your tithes. It takes finances to fund a nation, any nation. The American nation that you live in, the Mexican nation that you live in. It takes taxes to fund that. Well, guess what? Tithes are the taxes for the state of Israel. The real Israelites, the Israelites of the Bible under commanding General Hannah, who's been ordained by Yahushua, our King, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Pay your goddamn tithes. That's how we fund this army. That's how we fund this war that we're in. But the wicked shall fall into mischief. You can't be claiming to be just and righteous if your whole life consists of mischief, wickedness, sin. You out here committing every goddamn sin under the sun. You wondering why the prisons are filled up with us. Because you don't know how to stay out the goddamn way. You too busy to want to be in the mix. You want to be in the streets. You want to be outside. That's what matters to you. What matters to you more than being a just man and fighting for righteousness and defending your nation, your people, is getting high, getting drunk, having some type of popularity, being in the streets. You want to be seen. That's what you care about. You're not ready to sacrifice everything to fight for your people. The men in the ISUPK, that's what we do every day. That's what it looks like. Sacrificing our time, our resources. Even sometimes we sacrifice relationships, family members, jobs, health, whatever it takes. Those are the warriors that make up the ranks of the ISUPK. That is the army of the Most High. Can you compare yourself to that? No, you out here shooting down your own goddamn brothers. You out here fighting over scraps with the niggas that's living next door to you. Blacks and Hispanics been living in the damn same neighborhoods since the inception of this country. But yet we at each other's necks. We want to kill each other. We want to hate each other over some damn scraps, over some public gates, some Section 8, some public housing. We fighting the same damn enemy. We live in the same poverty. We're being oppressed by the same damn people, but yet we're too busy fighting each other. When the hell you gonna wake up, black man, Hispanic man, Native American man? Or you gonna keep being a goddamn coward? Put your brick in, man. It's 2025. How much time you think you got? Huh? Or are you gonna continue to leave this responsibility to your next generation? Which is only gonna make it that much harder. Because these damn oppressors ain't playing with you. These nations that are lined up trying to destroy you aren't playing with you. They want everything you got. They want your life. They want you beneath their foot, your neck, their foot on your neck. And you gonna lie down and let it happen. Okay, all right, right here. You a goddamn coward. I'll die for my people. And more importantly than that, I would live for my people. I'll put down the drugs. I'll stop being a whoremonger. I'll stop turning my sisters into whores. I'll have some goddamn self-control and some integrity. A just man falleth 7 times, but he gets up 8. Sometimes you're going to lose some battles. But you know how you overcome that? I'm going to tell you how you overcome that. First of all, you get into the ISUPK. You attend class. You put on all black. You get amongst these ranks. You study. You educate yourself. You become a scholar in this truth. So you can wake up brothers and sisters that need your help just like you need help right now. You go to camp. You pray to the Most High. You ask him for the strength to defeat your demons, to overcome the pressures of society, poverty, drug addiction, lust. You fast. This is what the Bible tells you. You understand? You got to avoid those things that brought the sin in the first place, that pushed you into rebelling against the Most High, that made you weak. You can't keep going around those things, man. You can't keep associating with that. You can't even stop smoking weed, man. You can't stop chasing whores. You got to utilize the brotherhood. Brotherhood is a weapon. When there's 2 or more, in the midst is the Most High. I'm paraphrasing. But there's power in 2 or more. You pick up that phone and you call the men above you. You call your brothers. You seek out counsel. And God damn it, you follow that counsel. You make sure you're there to support brothers. Sometimes you never know. You might be needing some help, and you pick up the phone, and that brother actually was just about to kill himself, and you just saved his goddamn life because you showed that you gave a fuck. Salakia, because you cared. Show some brotherhood. And then you use the scriptures to defend yourself like our King Yahushua did when he was tempted in the wilderness. He pulled scriptures on the damn devil. That's our weapon. That's our sword. We call the Bible the sword for a reason. We slay demons with these scriptures. What, you think you better than us? You think somehow you found a way to do it without the Most High? You a damn fool. You done tried every single way by yourself. You done tried it already. When you gonna give these scriptures a chance? When you going to give the Most High a chance, the ISUPK Brotherhood a damn chance? Because I guarantee we can save your life. I'm going to drop that. I'm going to go to Matthew Salakia. Matthew 4:1. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 4, verse 1. Then was Jesus, a.k.a. Yahushua, led up of the Spirit into the wilderness. What's the wilderness? The wilderness is the goddamn ghettos, the block, the barrios. That's what the wilderness is. To be tempted of the devil. He wasn't what the Christians would tell you, a god. Yahushua wasn't a god. Yahushua was a man just like us. He wasn't above temptation. He was tempted with everything that we've been tempted with. So what's your excuse? Verse 2. And when he had fasted 40 days and 40 nights, he was afterward hungered. This man is hurting. He's starving. He can't think about nothing past go. When you hungry, you ain't thinking about nothing else but what's your next meal going to be. That's the easiest time for demons to come and attack you. For temptation to sneak its way in and trick you. When you ain't got nothing, when you're broke. When you don't know when your next meal is going to come from. When all the pressures of the world are against you. Verse 3. And when the tempter came to him, he said, if thou be the Son of God, command that these stones be made bread. We got the same thing happening to us in our communities. Right? Man, if you so powerful, man, why don't you go out here and why don't you hustle for yours? You're a man, ain't you? You're a man, right? Why don't you go make some money out here? Why don't you go commit some crimes? Sell some drugs. Make some money out of nothing. Make something out of nothing, right? That's what's being said here. Make bread out of stones, right? Verse 4. But he answered and said, it is written, it is law. Man shall not live by bread alone. So money, food, the things that we believe we need to survive, which is necessary. It's necessary. The human body needs food and water, right? We need money to survive. Yeah, it's necessary. But we shall not live, man shall not live by bread alone, which means that's not all that we need. You can't just survive and live by that. That's not what we were made to do. You ain't made to just feed yourself. You ain't made to just make some money and go to work and make money. That's not what you're made to do. There's more to it than that. You have more responsibility than that. But by every word that proceeded out of the mouth of God. What comes out of the mouth of God? The law, statutes, and commandments. Without that, without morality, without righteousness, who are we? Who are we any better than a damn animal? Are we any better than our oppressors, the ones who rule over us? We are better than that. You know why? Because we got every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of God. We have a blueprint, the Bible, on how to live. It ain't just about feeding ourselves, clothing ourselves, or making money. All that stuff is cool. But if you don't have a moral compass, if you don't have order and decency, discipline in yourself, righteousness and purpose, you're lost. You're worthless. You're no better than the damn oppressor who got you oppressed and down at the bottom of society right now. You're no better than them if that's all you care about. I'm going to skip down. Matter of fact, I'm not. Verse 5. Then the devil taketh him up into the holy city and setteth him on a pinnacle of the temple. And saith unto him, if thou be the Son of God, cast thyself down. For it is written, he shall give his angels charge concerning thee, and in their hands they shall bear up thee, lest at any time thou dash thy foot against a stone. He's challenging he's challenging our King, Yahawashi. He's saying, if you really that dude, man, go and get yourself down from here. Verse 7. Jesus said unto him, it is written again, thou shalt not tempt the Lord. We out here really tempting the Most High. I mean, we committing every goddamn sin and insidious act under the sun. We doing drugs. We playing with guns. We committing every crime there is. We drunk driving, speeding down the streets. I mean, we tempting the Most High everywhere we look. Sleeping with you know, whores, unprotected, and we just think we untouchable, and we want to test the Most High. It says, it is written, thou shalt not tempt the Most High. We're not untouchable, man. We're not. Verse 8. Again, the devil taketh him up into an exceeding high mountain, and showeth him all the kingdoms of the world, and the glory of them. He's tempting our King with everything, man. He's tempting our King with the power over the earth, over all the nations. But you just don't know. What Yahawashi knows is that's already his, man. The Most High already you know, ordained that for him. That's already his reward. That's our reward. If we follow the Most High, if we come back to this righteousness, come back to the law, statutes, and commandments, that's our reward. Verse 9, and saith unto him, all these things will I give thee, if thou wilt fall down and worship me. Verse 10, then saith Jesus unto him, get thee hence, Satan. What he's saying is just get behind me, man. I'm not trying to hear nothing what you got to say. For it is written, thou shalt worship the Lord thy God, and him only shalt thou serve. You out here, you serving every other master but the Most High. Man, you serving that damn drug dealer. You can't wait. You bugging up because the man is taking too long to come and serve you. That means you serve him. You serving everybody but the Most High. You serving your damn boss at work more than you serving the Most High. That's what we're dealing with. You'll follow his orders. You'll follow your boss's orders. The moment he tell you, hey, go do this, go pick up that shovel, go clean that bathroom, you go do that right away. But what you won't do is you won't follow these law, statutes, and commandments when the Most High tells you to do so. Continue. If thou wilt fall down and worship me. Then saith Jesus unto him, Get thee hence, Satan, for it is written, Thou shalt worship the Lord thy God, and him only shalt thou serve. Verse 11, Then the devil leaveth him, and behold, angels came and ministered unto him. All right, I'm going to drop that. I'm going to go into Escaladius. One second. This is the book of Escalades. Escalacus. Salakia for mispronouncing that. Chapter 2, verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. You got to be ready to go through the fire, man. You got to be ready to go through temptation. You're going to be tempted. You're going to be put to a test. That's what everything is that you're dealing with. All the trials and tribulations, all the obstacles that you face, all the hard things that you're meant to endure are a test. This is what's going to build you up. This is what's going to refine you. This is what's going to give you perfection. You got to be able to fight that temptation. How do you fight that temptation? First, you have to have the knowledge of what you're dealing with. Then you got to have the knowledge of how to defeat these things. But be prepared. You will be tempted. There is no easy life. There's no easy path. You're going to have to be ready to fight. You're going to have to be ready to go to war. The Most High wants warriors, strong, austere men, men willing to battle and sacrifice everything for the kingdom of heaven, for their people. You telling me you can't put down a goddamn blunt? You can't keep your damn rod in your pants? That's what you're telling me? You can't keep the woman that you lie down with? You want to throw her away? Why? Because she argues with you too much? Then you should have courted her better. You should have got to know that woman before you laid down with her, because she's your wife now. You don't get to sleep with them and throw them away. You don't get to make our princesses into damn whores. If she's black, Hispanic, or Native American, that is your wife. God forbid you sleep with one of these heathens, because now you just married a heathen. You got to stick with her too, Verse 2, set thy heart aright and constantly endure. What is endure? It's a continuous action. It's not a singular thing. You got to continue to show up, continue to come to class, continue to go to camp, continue to pay your tithes, continue to fight and hold your post. That's what endured. And make not haste in time of trouble. Don't run when you come up against a little bit of opposition, man. When it gets hard, don't run. Stand strong. Show your brothers that you can be depended on. Build yourself up a reputation of a man of honor, of a man of loyalty. That's what it takes to be in the ranks of the ISUPK. That's what the Most High is looking for in men to lead this nation. We're going to be the judges in this whole entire world. You think he wants a man that runs at the first sight of struggle? Lord forbid. Verse 3, cleave unto him and depart not away. that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. In the end, we're going to get our reward. We're going to get our crown. But cleave unto him and don't depart. Verse 4, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully. Don't complain. Don't be whining. Don't look for an escape route. Don't look for a shortcut. If it's easy, you don't want that. You don't want easy. It's got to be worth it. It's got to be a challenge. It's got to be something worth fighting for. I want to put the work in. I don't want this to be given to me. I want to earn my position in the kingdom of heaven. That's the mindset that you have to have if you want to be a ruler in the kingdom. It says to be patient when thou art changed to a low estate. When you at the bottom, when you done hit rock bottom, be patient. You know why? Because there's a way back up. The Most High is only going to tempt you with something that you can handle. So when you're at the lowest point of your state, when you're in hell, when you're facing that hell, battle through it. Battle through it. Get to the other side. Show yourself worthy. Show yourself approved. Don't give up. Don't go running. Don't make excuses. Use the tools and the lifelines that you have available to you. Call for counsel. Go around the brotherhood. Put the work in. Immerse yourself in this work so you can't even think about anything else. Verse 5, for gold is tried in the fire. Anything precious, anything of value, it's going to take pressure to become that. It's going to take high heat. Continue. And acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. Let me start from the top. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. You're going to face adversity, You're going to face obstacles. The trials and tribulations that you're dealing with are meant to make you great, meant to bring you onto the path of perfection. The moment that you run from that, you just cheated yourself. You cheated your responsibility to your people, and you turn from your role that the Most High has ordained you with. Stop thinking that you get to choose a lesser route. The Most High is going to call who he sees fit. And you step up to the plate and you fulfill that. Don't run from it. This isn't something that I planned on doing with my life. We grow up in America. We believe in the American dream. We want to chase all of our own personal desires. We want to be football stars and basketball stars, doctors and lawyers. That shit's cool. Salaka, that stuff is cool. Nothing's wrong with it. But first and foremost, you're meant to build your people up. You're meant to protect your nation. You're meant to represent the Most High. You're supposed to do that first. You shouldn't jeopardize that or sacrifice that for anything. For no amount of money, amount of power, amount of status in this damn place. You got to be tried, refined. Let me drop that. I'm going to go to the book of Romans. And I'm going to end with this. This is the book of Romans, chapter 5, verse 3. And not only so, but we glory in tribulations also. When you're going through something, man, listen. Glorify that. Take that as a great thing to go through these tribulations, because the Most High is chastising you because he thinks you're his. He knows you're his. Salakia. You're his child. A father is going to chastise his children. Why? Because he wants the best for them. He's going to make sure that they know what it takes to become the men that they're supposed to be, the leaders that they're supposed to be equipped to fulfill the role of leadership in this nation. That takes trials and tribulations. That takes challenges. You're going to have to build yourself up. You're going to have to fight those battles. You're going to have to endure through the pain and the suffering with the knowledge that this is a beautiful thing that's happening. Because of it, you get to become perfect like our King Yahushua was. Knowing that tribulation worketh patience. It's going to work your patience, but it's going to teach you to endure. It's going to give you perseverance. It's going to give you strength. Verse 4. And patience, experience. So tribulation will work at your patience, and patience, experience. You're going to gain experience. You're going to gain wisdom. And experience, hope. And through this wisdom, through this experience, we get hope. We get hope that we get to overcome the state of hell that we're living in. We get hope that we get to save every Black, Hispanic, and Native American man, woman, and child from destruction, from oppression that we've known for the last 400 or 500 years in this land, in our own goddamn land. That's what the hope is going to reward us with. We're going to be able to hope in the Most High. We're going to be able to hope in our kingdom of heaven once Yahushua, our King, returns with 200 million angels to destroy our oppressors. That's what you gain through overcoming the trials and tribulations that are presented to you throughout your daily life. Life is about warfare. You're supposed to be battling so you can endure, so you can gain. I'm going to drop it there. With that being said, this is Officer Nataza Yaba Moth. This is ISUPK Mexico Scripture Breakdown class. Any questions or comments, put them in the chat, and we'll try to get back to it next week. The water for those who are with me tonight. I appreciate the support. Let's build up this nation, man. Let's put your brick in to build up this nation. Faith without works is dead. You can believe in the Most High and say you believe in the Most High and God and Jesus all you want. You love Jesus all you want. But until you get in class and until you get into the ISUPK, until you start donating and paying your tithes and going to camp and going to the food and the clothing drives, none of that means nothing. So come put your brick in. If you're not in the ISUPK, go to isupk.com, look for the nearest school near you, and get in class. With that, Shalom, Israel.